Good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you're at, ladies and gents. I am Kurojiri, your resident tinker and Medarotter, and this is the Medarot News Network, bringing you all the latest developments and happenings with our favorite pet fighting robot series. Now, as we finally crest into the second half of celebrating Golden Week, it looks like things are going to be finally stepping back down and slowing down just a little bit to kind of give players a chance to breathe. And after a whole month straight of celebrating 70 years of the big old Godzilla himself, I think a little bit of time down will be greatly appreciated by all the fans and all the players. However, despite this, it still is no reason for things to be slowing down or even losing steam, as even if it may be business as usual, we still have a handful of very exciting things that are incoming all the same. Not just for Medarot as a whole, but also your resident tinker here has also been rather busy and will be rather busy this coming week as well. But with that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into what was officially announced for this week's Gacha banners and meta news, just to see what is incoming and what to expect. Now, of course, all of the Godzilla banners will be closing down this week, so that means that the number of banners that are live right now will be very sharply falling. But that is still no reason to fret, because we have one brand new, well, half brand new face, I can say, that will be joining us officially this week as a model players can pull for, and that is the new Devil type DVL-05 Findillus, with a kit of Leg Killer, Spinning, Ghost Claw, Biped Legs, and the leg ability of Heroic. Now, we actually have seen Findillus just a couple of times already as an enemy-only NPC, so we kind of already have an idea over how he behaves. But, like I said, this will be the first ever time of him now being available for players to pull for in Gacha banners, and with him only featuring one brand new skill, and that is Ghost Claw, and it is kind of obvious to tell what it can be and what it does, it is going to be a rather self-synergetic model, and I'm quite shocked to a degree how synergetic it can be. Between Leg Killer being kind of that conditional nuke for anything in particular when targeting legs, Spinning and Ghost Claw are going to be where a lot of its main DPS is going to come from. And then, of course, you have Heroic being able to buff its CG gain in any way obtained over the course of the battle. It can honestly kind of feed into itself fairly well as long as someone can keep Findillus covered. But I will, of course, save all that for my breakdown. Now, who is coming up this week with Findillus as the boosted raid suit, might ask? We actually have a handful of them coming live this week. The first of which, of course, is that Lilymare SAQ-01 will be gracing the appearance as well in his banner with a kit of Trip, Armor Drain, Hypercharge Drain, Biped Legs, and the leg ability of Pupa. And in addition, we have another iconic DVL series that debuted in Medarot S, and that is DVL-04 Gothic Mate, with Big Bang, Double Railgun, Biped Legs, and Your Heart. And for all the Gothic Mate fans that do know and love her very well, are very well aware, she also is capable of transforming into a full DVL type in Meta Change. In this form, she gains the kit of Inferno, Double Ghost, Biped Legs, but changes her ability for Auto Charge for an extremely self-synergetic, all-rounder melee and shooter-type DPS that makes a fit on any team that she's worthy to be on. Additionally, I did not actually have slides put down for this, but it is worth mentioning that there are two other models that are going to be getting a little bit of attention this week, and that is, of course, CMO02 Curly Veil, who has Flip, Rifle, Conceal, Multi-Legs, and Extra Magazine, and ONH0 Hime with Dominion, Effect Clear, Hold, Biped Legs, and Blowbeat. Both of those two are also getting TP, so it'll be the first couple TP bonus bots that we'll be having for quite some time now, if I think about it, that will be also going live and getting some extra perks. Definitely recommend looking into those videos when they do go live to kind of get the breakdowns on what perks that will be available to them when their bonuses do officially hit the scene. Now, as far as Fierce Battles are concerned, though, it is going to be kind of a repeat week from back a couple months ago in February, I believe, with some very all-rounder faces as well that bring a very diverse array of skills to the table. Starting us up on this top row is TOT-0 Yellow Turtle, the original turtle type, with Heater, Double Laser, Tank Legs, and Bullet Rain. We have GMN-0 Gemini with Optic Guard, Wave, Hold, Wheeled Legs, and Adapter, and JOK-0 Shootboard with Heater, Beam, Power Rifle, Biped Legs, and Aim. On the bottom row, we have MDR-0 Don Drill with Virus, Double Hammer, Biped Legs, and Rumbling, KAB-0 Grade Kabuki with Triple Virus, Wheeled Legs, and Charm, and HNM0 Hanu Monkey with Shoot Trap, Heater, Hammer, Biped Legs, and All-Rounder. So like I said, it's going to be a very diverse array of skills that can be found this week as far as what we can what we can farm for. But that being said, I do have to give MVP of the week pretty much like I did that week as well, primarily to Shoeport and Gemini, exclusively for the fact that Shoeport has access to a very powerful power rifle that you can farm very early on and will carry you through a lot of early game, mid game content when you can get it fully capped. And Gemini with wheeled legs and adapter means that there will be no terrain that you can't use his wheeled legs on because he's good on all terrains. And that alone makes it a very extremely valuable leg to go after, even if just to raise up to a certain point. For that very reason alone, it's definitely worth investment. Everyone else as well, Yellow Turtle with tank legs and bullet rain and fairly solid lasers as well. Gondra with fairly solid hammers, Great Kabuki with Virus and wheeled legs and charm, and Hanu Monkey if you just need a handful of filler parts to kind of fill you in with an all-rounder. So all very worthwhile and farmable all the same, but Gemini and Shoeport definitely take home the gold here for the two that you want to farm for the most. Now, something else to mention is that Findillus also is getting a super invasion this week as well, as to be expected of new models that are gracing Medarot S. No real saying what his rules or his modifiers will be, but I do expect it is going to be quite the doozy, given that things have definitely been taking out the kid gloves when it comes to trying to make these super invasions rather challenging. And even with modifiers, the right team can still conquer it, but do make sure that you pay attention to what those rules will be. Charge right on in, because even with a kit like his, he can nuke you fairly quickly if you aren't paying attention to what he's doing. And if it's not him, more than likely he's going to be built with a very synergetic team to complement everything he does and more. Now, for the second week of Golden Week, however, as we crest into another new event to carry things onward, this event will be featuring ticket-based reward. So instead of farming for score attack all the way to the end, this time around it's going to be just redeeming for tickets to redeem what you want. And then when you redeem everything you need, well, you're basically done with it. Worth keeping in mind. But this week's second wave of the Golden Week event will feature the Emperor Medal on a rerun, which has a mastery in melee, shooting, and setup, and leg masteries in biped, multi, and wheeled. Now, the other really big reward that we're going to be seeing this time around is one that we have not seen, and I'm going to emphasize this very, very strongly. This reward has not been seen since year 1 launch of the game, and that is KWG 50 E Rokusho, with radar sight, sword, hammer, biped legs, and charge fight. Yes, it's basically just a gold platinum skin of Rokusho, so really nothing all that special, but what makes it special is the fact that up to this point, anyone who had a P. Rokusho in their library was a year 1 veteran. They handed this out the first month that this game went live, and if you missed it, you missed it. Yes, we've seen G Metabe a couple of times every now and then, but P. Rokusho is one that we have not seen since year 1. So this is going to be a very big thing for newer players that want to collect it and for the sake of having the reward. Now, is P. Rokusho any good? Well, that's to be determined. He's basically just a non-TP basic Rokusho at this point with a gold plate. But if you want it for the trophy, and the bragging rights, well, he's now officially available to you. You can also earn R-rank Metarotters Cassia, Mia, and Goto, which are primary characters central to the current ongoing story in Medarot S. And we can also earn more gacha tickets for this month's PvP. So, like I said, this week's event will be ticket-based, which means that you will need to be farming for tickets to redeem for what you want. But the nice thing is when you redeem all the rewards that you have collected and desired from the event shop, you're basically done. So, with a good team, you could have this done in 1 to 2 days, but if you do need to farm it and want to make sure you get everything, well, you have plenty of time to do so. As on topic of story, though, the story mode will be finally continuing as well into story chapter 11. So we're going to be seeing a lot more for the adventures of Arase, Hisaki, and Cross as things go forward, more than likely as we explore more depths into the characters that are central to the story. But to seasoned vets, this means the Ruby farms are officially back up and running, and we are excited for that all the same, since the Godzilla collab did really knock us a few pegs down the ladder when it comes to keeping our resources in full. Now, as far as Meta Survivor is concerned, though, on the other side of the equation, not really anything to note aside from the version 1.3 updates, which people have been enjoying. Side comment on that, I do actually like the over limit mode that was officially launched. You are not able to retry in there if you get knocked out, so if you lose, you lose, but it is still a very fun mode all the same that you can make good use of if you find yourself with no energy. This week will essentially be resetting all the events and the rewards and featuring Smilodon, as this week featured War Bonnet specifically. So it's going to be pretty much rinse and repeat as it was last week, as you can farm for event tokens to redeem for rewards, and then of course you have the boosted rate for Smilodon as well. But that is essentially it as far as Meta Survivor is concerned, and next week we probably will be seeing something new go live as well. Now, as far as the community is concerned, though, stepping away from game stuff, we are always looking for translators to assist us with our current projects or endeavors. This includes the ongoing progress on Medarot 4 with translating, typesetting, and cleaning. But if you are knowledgeable in any of those things, or know somebody that might be, you are more than happy to give us a shout, join our Discord in the link provided below, and ask around. We'll get you in touch with the right people. Additionally, if you are not able to contribute to any cause, but still want to help out in some way, simply sharing words, screenshot this particular slide here, and just share it around saying that we're looking for translators, or you can contribute to the cause with donations, with a link to Variant's crowdfunding below. We can donate to the cause and commission to have those extra lines of text translated. The fewer lines that we have to translate in-house means that we're able to put more time into cleaning and typesetting to make it look proper in the final product of the patch. So, again, if you are knowledgeable or if you know somebody that is, feel free to shoot them our way and we can fill them in on what's still done. Now, this was officially announced not just on my stream, my Ori Meta stream with Sane last week, but also officially announced last night as it officially went live. But the Summer Project Rising Beetle Ori Meta Contest of 2025 is indeed live. It will be going live from today to the end of June into end of July into August on 7/1. The theme for this contest specifically is steampunk, so anything with cogs, gears, mechanical bits, steam-powered, whatever you choose to go after it, this is your time to shine. The reason for it is to celebrate the MNN's 4th anniversary coming up here at the start of June, here in less than a month now, and oh boy, wow, 4 years of the MNN delivering meta news. Wow, it's just so crazy, honestly. But the steampunk theme is to celebrate 4 years of that, as with the aesthetic of steam and steel, as I have been delivering you the meta news over the past several years. The top prize is much like it has been in previous contests. I will be personally drawing personalized concept art of their designs on stream, and then of course handing them off to the winners. So it is going to be very exciting for that. I'm extremely excited as a resident steampunk fan to see what kind of designs people come up with over the course of the next 2 months. I'm very excited, and I'm hoping to see a lot of designs, to the point I have to really think about how many designs that we can see. I don't quite remember the number I mentioned with Sane, but if we can hit, and I'm gonna impose the challenge here, if we can hit at least 20 submissions, 20 submissions, I will reach out to Sane, much like I said in that stream, and I will actually host a stream where we will go over all of the participants and entries, talk about them, see what we think, and we will decide a winner on stream. That is a promise I will hold to, as we decide who will be the winner of this contest come early mid-July. On topic of streaming and such, your boy's going to be relatively busy, not this week, but next week as well. Starting the lineup, of course, and I do have them slightly out of order here. On May 11th, this coming Sunday at 7 o'clock evening, I will be joining Emeraldo on their channel once again for a repo collab with a number of other friends that will be going live as well. I'm not 100% sure if I'll be streaming my end, but I will be guesting on Emeraldo's channel, so when he does officially go live, I will be sharing links so that you guys can go join and support there. Personally, I have never played repo before. I have the game installed ready for it, but I have not actually played it yet. So this is going to be really exciting, going in blind, kind of learning and playing the game firsthand. Yes, I've seen the video, so I'm not 100% blind to the game, but as far as playing it is concerned, yes, I am. Anyway, moving on. On Thursday, 5/15, just a few days later, at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, I will be having yet another Ori Meta design stream with featuring collab. This time with another very dear friend of mine, Sunny B-Tuber, who is the one of the resident bee-tubers, pun intended, queen bees, on the net in the VTubing, who's just getting started back up on her channel as well. I am very excited to have her as we come up with some designs once again, much like we did with Sane back last week. Now, the difference is, going forward, I'm only going to be doing one Ori Meta concept that they give me at a time. so we can properly develop it, and I don't have you guys camping out with me for 4 hours straight like we did that last week. But I am very excited for both of these, and I'm hoping to have you all for not just Emeraldo's stream this Sunday, but also for my stream this coming week as well. One final note on topic of art streams though, as a friendly reminder, I am always open for commissions, so if you are looking for a live 2D model ready to rig, 3D models with the works, regular art, or emotes on a bundle, I am more than happy to try to make something happen. So as you see, my prices here, at least I believe anyway, are fairly manageable and affordable as well. You can reach out to me on Discord, Twitter, or Blue Sky and ask about it. We can most certainly try to make something happen. I will do just about anything, and I like to believe I have a pretty solid handle on mechanical as well, which you don't see a lot of people do when it comes to art commission. I of course just won't do anything gore or NSF related, so just something to keep in mind. But with that being said, that does basically cover everything for this week's episode, so like I said, relatively light on in terms of content, but still exciting all the same. But if you'd like to know more, you can follow us below on Facebook at the Medarot News Network page, or the Metabots Forever community, which is still soaring over 43,000 members and climbing. You can also join us on Discord in the link provided and in the comments below to keep an even closer ear to the ground on the action. This includes any new links to merchandise, fan art, contests, my weekly episodes, or anything else of the like. That is the first place you're going to get the news before it goes anywhere else on the net. And, like I said, you can reach out to me personally on Twitter at itsugami-kura, as well as Discord and Blue Sky if you have any questions, feedbacks, you want to commission me, or if you're a content creator and want to collaborate with me. The doors of the workshop are always open, so please don't hesitate to reach out to me. We can most certainly try to make something happen. Lastly, do give my dear friends a follow, Sunny at SunnyBTuber and Emeraldo at Emeraldo Emera, two very dear friends of mine. I am very excited to be coordinating with them for my future collabs over this, or their collabs, I should say, over the course of this week. So definitely give them a follow as well and show your support. If anyone asks, tell them that your old pal Kura sent you their way. It's going to be a blast, and I'm excited to have them to guest on Emeraldo's channel and to have Sunny on my channel later next week. But with all that being said, as always, I do appreciate you all for stopping in, just as you always do. And until next time, this is your host, Kurojiri of the Medarot News Network, signing out.